The good stuff is all new and living that homemade, homegrown, do-it-yourself life. Scoop your favorite takeout when Mary shows how she gets classic submarine flavor in a fast, affordable dish. Then, discover the 3-bottle formula to hosting a proper wine tasting session from the comfort of your own kitchen. And Owen Reeves reveals how he grows fresh, edible herbs all winter long, while Steven Sabados shares smart hacks to bring an earthy aesthetic to your home decor. Plus, actors Stephen Amell and Hamza Haq spill on shooting the borderline all across southern Ontario. It all starts right now.
Listen, it is a Make It Yourself Monday today, which means we are skipping the takeout and making it ourselves in the kitchen. Sure, sometimes I'm craving sushi or Thai, fish and chips or pizza, always very, very good. But lately, I'm not gonna lie, I've been really jonesing for a submarine sandwich. I'm not lying. Yesterday morning, I talked about a sub for probably like an hour and a half. Did I then go get a sub? No. But I am going to take all the flavors of a delicious sub sandwich and put it into a pasta salad. How does that sound? Yeah. I'm feeling excited about it. We're calling this, I felt like a submarine pasta salad sounded weird, so I'm calling it a hoagie pasta salad. You know what I'm talking about. Like a hoagie, a sub, we've got them all. So basically it's all the delicious flavors you know and love, but in a little noodle dish. I'm very excited about it. So we're gonna get started with our pasta. You got 300 grams here that I cooked in boiling salted water. And here's the thing, I don't think I've ever said this unless it's for a salad recipe. You wanna cook the noodles until they are done. Not al dente, until they're done. Then, after you drain them, you wanna rinse them in cold water. I know, this sounds like the opposite of everything everybody's ever said about pasta. Typically, you want to keep all that starch on the outside because it helps the sauce stick to it. But what happens with starch once it starts to cool down, which a pasta salad is usually cool, is it starts to kind of gelatinize and it grabs onto each other. And I don't want this turning into a big block in the fridge. You know when you have leftover noodles and then you try to turn them out and they're the shape of the container you had them in? We don't want that for a pasta salad. So I've drained and rinsed those. The cool water obviously cools it down quicker and gets rid of that excess starch, so it's gonna be nice and super good for your pasta salad. So into here, we're gonna go in with our veg. So the first thing I've got is about 2 cups of cherry tomatoes. I love a cherry tomato because even in the middle of winter, a cherry tomato is still gonna taste good. A big tomato, probably gonna taste not great, not gonna lie. I call those sad tomatoes in my house. So I'm gonna go in, I've halved those. That's gonna give a nice juiciness to this salad, so adding that in. Then I've also got a cup of chopped up cucumber. Just a little bit of cucumber for a bit of crunch. I always, whenever I go in and order a sub, I'm just like, give me everything. I want all the vegetables, everything you got, dump it on there and you'll be good to go. So gonna go in with that. Then we're gonna go in with some bell pepper. So I've got a bell pepper here, and I wanna show you how to actually cut a bell pepper. So typically when I'm cutting it, you wanna remove kind of the insides, but I always like to cut it from the inside out. So not the skin down, but the inside out. Basically what's gonna happen here is it actually helps you get through that pepper. If your knife is not the sharpest knife in the world, this is gonna help you actually get through that pepper as opposed to like fighting with the skin. So you want about half a cup of that bell pepper. Gonna dice that up. Dice it as fine or as chunky as you like, and you can be as messy as you want, as I'm being. Always a good thing. All right, then I'm gonna pop that into there as well. Looking fantastic. Then basically anything you like on your sub, you can put into here. I always like a little bit of onion on mine, so I've got half a cup of diced red onion. If you find red onion a little bit too punchy though, just soak it in a little bit of cold water. It'll pull back on that onioniness, or you can even put a little bit of vinegar on there, that'll pull back too. So add that onion right on in. Then we're gonna go in with lettuce, and I'm not talking fancy lettuce. We're kind of going back to like the 80s and early 90s. I love iceberg lettuce. I don't even care who knows it. It's just crunchy water. It's super tasty. So I'm gonna dice this up. You can slice it if you want to give it that shredded kind of lettuce effect, but I like dicing it because you get the little chunks. Now, this is where I might lose some of you, and some of you might be like, I don't want lettuce in here. Because what happens to the lettuce as this pasta salad sits and kind of marinates is it gets a little soggy. And I like soggy iceberg lettuce. If you don't, feel free to leave it out. You could sub this out with a little arugula, because arugula really nice when it gets a bit soggy. Even something like a kale that kind of gets a little bit more like a coleslaw as it gets a little soggy. Very, very nice. But for me, I'm going janky. We're going iceberg lettuce. Okay. Now into there, we're gonna go in with some more deliciousness as well. So the first thing I'm going in with is some olives. So I've got some green olives here. They're sliced just in a jar. I'm gonna go in with about a half a cup of olives because I love olives. If you don't like olives, feel free to go in with less. If any of that kind of liquor that it's kind of kept in gets in, that's just good to add a little bit of seasoning into here. So about half a cup of olives. If you like sliced black olives, go for it. I don't. So green olives for me. Then we're gonna go in with some pickled peppers. I love a banana pepper. Anytime we're getting pizza, we always do a banana pepper on there as well. But a quarter cup of those. You can just add them in whole or give them a bit of a chop. I'm gonna go in whole today. If you wanna chop them up, you're gonna get a little bit less of that pepper, but I like the big chunks in there, so add that right on in. Then I've got one of my favorite ingredients, cheese. We've got 150 grams of cubed up mozzarella. You could also do provolone here. Smoked mozzarella would be really delicious. I'm gonna add that right on in. And then if you want to keep this veg, you can leave it as is, but we're going to go in with some meat as well, some classic kind of deli meats. I've got about 100 grams of ham here, and I just got them to cut it nice and kind of thick at the deli, because basically what we will do here is just give it a bit of a dice. That's going to give you a little bit more texture in here. If you had like thinly sliced ham, you could easily do that, give it a bit of a slice and add it in. But the diced ham, super tasty, gives you little chunks. Again, nice and salty. Then I've got some salami. Basically, this salad is just chopping up whatever you got in your veg drawer and your meat drawer. I'm gonna slice this though, again, about 100 grams of that, and I like keeping it a little bit long. That's gonna give you those nice pieces. If you wanted to go a little fancy, you could do some prosciutto in there. That would be amazing, but just a classic salami, really tasty. Just a Genoa. Okay, perfect. In we go. This is a big bowl. All right, now real quick for the dressing, super tasty. I've got a jar here. It's got about a quarter cup of white vinegar in here. Basically, I'm making like a sub sauce or the dressing you get at that chain Italian restaurant where you get unlimited salad and breadsticks. You know what I'm talking about? This is very good on an iceberg lettuce salad, I'm not gonna lie. I'm going in with a couple tablespoons of lemon, and there's some seeds in there, but that's fine, a little roughage, that's all good. Into there, I'm gonna go in with some mustard, just about a teaspoon and a half of mustard. That's gonna help emulsify things and give you that mustardiness that you love on a sub. Gonna go in with, weirdly, a teaspoon of sugar. It's gonna balance everything out, make it taste like that sub sauce vibe. Then I'm gonna go in with a teaspoon of dry Italian seasoning. Nope, that's a lie. Half a teaspoon of dry Italian seasoning. If you do a whole one, I'm not mad at you. Then a quarter teaspoon each of garlic and onion powder. The onion powder and garlic powder give you a really nice kind of cooked onion and garlic flavor without having to do anything, which is a dream. Add that on in as well. Perfect. Season that up with some salt and a little bit of pepper. And then for the oil, you could do olive oil, but for me, that classic salad dressing that I'm thinking of is typically made with a neutral oil. So any sort of neutral oil you have, you wanna go in with about 1/3 of a cup. I'm doing it in a jar today, because sometimes I do like making my dressings in a jar. Makes it super easy. All you do is pop everything in, pop the lid on, give it a good shake. Feel like you're making a cocktail. And then pop that right on top. That's gonna be absolutely fantastic. Okay, let's give this a good mix to combine. All you do is toss everything up. Honestly, I don't know about you, but when I get a sub, if it doesn't kind of look like this at the end of eating it on that little piece of paper, it's not a good sub. I want it to fall apart. This, honestly, let it sit in your fridge for a few minutes just to kind of get all those flavors together. But it's absolutely fantastic. Great for a party. Super tasty if you're watching any sports or anything anytime soon. But it's a dream. I'm gonna give it a taste, but we'll be right back. Stick around. Are you sitting at home thinking, hey, seeing the good stuff live would be fun? Well, you are in luck. We would love for you, along with your friends and family, to be a part of our studio audience. Just scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen for your chance to join us. Tickets are free. Can't wait to hear from you. taste better. Good thing Owen Reeves is here to show us how to grow them indoors and keep them going all year long. Hey, how's it going?
Doing well, doing well.
Okay, we were talking about my favorite plant and the only types of plants that I can keep alive.
Okay. And eat, right?
And eat, 100%. That's why I'm like, I care about them, because it's a give back situation.
Absolutely. And I feel like, especially in the winter, we're looking for that taste.
Yeah.
You want that freshness. You want that thing that it came out of the garden.
Yeah.
You don't get that too much now, but we can get it with herbs that actually grow really well indoors.
Okay.
So you can get that flavor all the time.
I love that. Okay, so we're gonna talk. Yeah, so good. We're gonna talk a little bit for someone like new to growing herbs. What are kind of like the starter kit, the easy ones to grow?
Yeah, for sure. And I would start by saying, people ask me, what should I grow? That's like a very common question I get. What you want to eat is the answer.
Seems like a good answer.
And so these herbs are really good for indoors and also really good for outdoors when the season comes. But they are forgiving. They're not going to be too hard, not going to be too fussy, and they're also some real staples to lots of dishes. So we're going to start with thyme down here in the front. This is also a perennial, so come the warm weather, you can plant this in your garden. It'll come back every year. We've got mint, also a perennial. Don't plant it in your garden.
No.
It has to go only in containers, but it'll live through the winter.
If you've ever planted it in your garden, it is now your lawn.
Yeah, your whole your yard is mint.
Yeah,
That's it. We've also got rosemary, we've got parsley, and we've got basil.
Beautiful.
And so these are all, very, very common herbs, do well indoors, and then they also transition really well to growing outdoors. Rosemary, you can actually keep going for many years in the same pot. Just put it out in the summer, bring it in the fall.
Nice, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, now, this is, I think, a big one. We get them home from the store. How do we actually pot them?
Yeah, and so if you're starting with, so I'm going to go over some pot sizes. So this we call a 4-inch pot. This is kind of the standard size that you're going to see for a lot of plants and especially edibles. If you're planting this in a decorative pot, you want to make sure, A, that it's a pot with drainage.
Okay.
So we can see we've got the holes in the bottom of this. These herbs do not want to be too wet, and I think people have a really cute pot that has no drainage. It's very easy to overwater, and that plant is swimming.
What plant is a pot with no drainage for?
Well, really any of them.
Okay.
I would say, if anything, mint, you can get away with it.
Okay.
This can grow almost in straight water.
Okay.
So if you want to, I like to overwater, grow mint. You're
Okay,
good.
great, okay.
But any of the other ones, yeah, you want to have something with drainage. It just gives you some room for air. And then actually a great way to water these is to actually fill the saucer with water and then drop the pot back in, and the soil works like a sponge. It just wicks it up.
Okay, cool.
And that way it's a really easy way to not overwater. Sometimes if we water from the top, we can overwater. So doing that is great. You want to get a good potting soil, make sure it's organic. We're going to eat these things, and don't make it put it in a pot that's too big.
Okay.
So we wouldn't take something like this and put it in a pot this big because the soil is going to stay too wet. That's the problem. And so we have to go to a similar size pot. So we go into something like this, just cuter, maybe a little bit bigger. And then as the plant grows, fills out this pot, you can shift it into the next size up.
I just learned something. I have been making that mistake. I'm like, bigger pot, bigger plant.
No.
All right, now a lot of us, I think, find herbs at the grocery store. So what's your hack for kind of bringing those ones home?
Yeah, so this is a really common size that you're going to see in the grocery store. This is a 6-inch pot, so bigger than the 4-inch. Those are the two sizes. And the great thing with the 6-inch pot is that these work really well if you're going to pop them in the garden outside. But inside, we can kind of do a little bit of a cheat, and we can take one plant and turn it into two.
Ooh.
So
a gift plant.
Right?
Yeah.
So we've got, just pop it right on out. And then what we're going to do is, this is a garden knife.
Okay.
So if you have one of these are awesome. If not, an old bread knife that you don't care about too much
Nice.
is also awesome for this. So we're literally just going to saw this in half.
Oh, like a loaf of bread,
You
kinda.
got it.
Okay.
And that serrated edge makes it a lot easier. And then we have two nice clean halves here.
Oh, nice. And that won't kill the plant?
No, it won't kill the plant,
Okay.
but you may find that it will set it back a little bit, especially with something like basil. And then we're just going to take it and put it into our new pot, give it a little bit of a squish there. We can finish with a little bit of extra potting soil around the edges. And we do the same thing with the second one.
Okay,
So
cool.
we take one, turn it into two. This will actually extend the life of basil because basil only is edible or good for eating for a certain amount of time. Once they start to flower,
The
flavor
flavor's
no
not
good.
there.
Flavor no good.
No, it gets a little bitter and woody, kind of.
Exactly right, exactly right. So this will actually help it to grow longer before flowering.
Great.
So you get a longer life out of this, and you get two plants, which is a bonus.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, so say we've got our our beautiful plants. We've planted them, we've split them, we've done all that stuff.
Yeah.
What's the best way to actually eat them?
Yeah, to harvest them.
Yeah.
And this is something where you think, oh, we'll just like get in there and mow it and then we're good to go.
Yeah.
So as a general rule, including outdoor plants, we never harvest more than a third
Okay.
of the plant. If you take more than that, it'll really set the plant back. It takes a long time to start regrowing. So what you want to do is something like this, these are little kitchen shears. There are also outdoor tools you can use, but you want something that's really small.
Yeah.
That can get into the small part of the plant. And you can only take a little bit at a time. And so with something like thyme, we're going to go in and I'm literally just going to snip a little bit from the bottom so that we've got those sprigs. With thyme, you can also get away with doing like a little bit of a haircut around the outside. That's okay. But I like to go in and remove the whole stem. It helps in a lot of cases. And then we've got this. Normally, if you buy these in the store, the stem is really woody.
It's super woody, and the leaves almost taste like soap.
Yes.
Like they're very, very piney.
Yes, the flavor of this is the flavor you want out of
100%.
thyme. And it's easy to use, and you don't have to be as careful. If you get a little bit of the stem in, that's okay.
Yeah.
So snip a little bit, and the beauty of having herbs is you only take as much as you need for that recipe.
Yeah.
So you don't have that little package that's like slowly composting in your fridge
yeah.
with the leftovers.
Yeah.
That's not good. So this is how you save money.
Okay,
and then, so parsley's going to be the same. We're just going to kind of go right in there. We've got
the
our
whole
nice
stem.
little scissors, take the whole stem, and then it'll grow back from the base.
Now, what about for like something like basil or mint?
Yes, basil and mint. So what we're going to do with these, you don't actually need a tool. You can just do it with your hand. So what we're going to do is you take a stem of basil like this, and you can see where there's always pairs of leaves where they split off. We're going to nip this just above that, and what's going to happen is new branches are going to grow out from that part.
Yeah.
And we don't have that ugly little bit of stem.
Yeah.
So you're going to harvest something like this and then take the leaves. Mint is exactly the same. Makes the plant bushier, and it'll keep growing.
See, even more basil and mint for all your cooking needs. I love it. Owen, thank you so much. This is great.
Thank you, absolutely.
And where do we get all this stuff?
This is from Jomo Studio. They gave us all of these lovely planters, the soil, and we've got these cute little tags. You have to have little tags for your herb.
You have to have little tags, and if your little tags and your pots have a tiny little happy face on them, what an absolute dream. So
That's a win.
cute. We love it. Okay, great tips, Owen. We gotta take a break. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Up next, you won't want to miss Steven Savados with his smart hacks to bring an earthy aesthetic to your home decor. That's up next.
Tackling a project at home can be a great way to personalize your space. Here's how designer Steven Savados transformed his table lamps from glass to stone.
This idea started with a bedroom makeover that I was doing, and I wanted really, really tall bedside table lamps, and I wanted them in stone. And I searched the internet, they did not exist. But I did find two in glass, and they were the perfect size, perfect shape, perfect everything, but they had to be in stone. So I thought of a DIY that I could do to actually make them look like stone. Now it's a super, super easy project, just a few very integral little products that we need to do because we need to stick to glass. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna try these out on some glass vases that I have here. Now, for this step, super, super easy. The only thing I really want you to take note of is that when you see paint and paint products, they say the dry time is maybe in an hour. But the cure time is several days. And that's really, really, really important for this project because we want this paint to cure onto the glass. I left this for about 3 or 4 days, and it's right on the glass. So from there, we can move into stage 2. And for this, I'm using, this is a product that's called a lime wash. The beauty with this is that you can tint it to any shade. And I sort of went with this really neutral beigey kind of stone shade, which I absolutely love. It's really, really thick. And all we're gonna do now with a very soft paintbrush is just paint it on, using some little crosshatch motions here, and we're gonna let that dry for a few hours. Now we're gonna add the fun part, which is the texture. You don't wanna sort of plow it on so that you get these heavy drips. That's what we don't want. We want it to look like stone. You know, you can kind of have a little fun with this stage. Don't be overly fussy about how we're going to apply. Like I said, just no drips. Let the lime wash completely dry for about several days because we put on a heavier texture. Now from here, just with a simple sanding block, we're just gonna take off any lumps or bumps that we may have had. And again, a really, really fast sanding is fine. Now, for my favorite part. Now we're ready to add the color. Could be in the terracottas, could be in the natural stones. I went more in a terracotta rust kind of color. So we're gonna have, in a little brush here, we have some oil paint, and then I also have some paint thinner, or Varsol. We can just water it down, and you can already see that's a gorgeous terracotta color. And from here, you just want to, I'm gonna say, drift it onto the vase. And what we want to do is we want to build up these layers. You want to have sort of start lighter, and then we can go darker. And again, think natural stone, think Mother Nature. It has to be imperfect. Let this dry for about another hour or so. It's going to be super quick, and then we can go to the final stage, which is the top coat. Now, for this, I'm using from the art supply store. It's just a matte acrylic varnish. So you can see it's clear, and then I'm going to add a little bit of raw umber acrylic paint. And this is going to, number one, seal it. Number two, it's going to give us more depth and dimension and detail. You really see here that it kind of has that really nice sort of aged look, like it was sort of sitting outside. And let this dry for, geez, maybe even an hour or two. That's about it, maximum. And when you're completely finished, you'll have something that looks and resembles stone. And again, my whole motto is, if you can't find it, then make it.
Everybody, welcome Stephen! Stephen, I am not gonna lie. When I was like, we're going from glass to stone, I thought you were gonna put a Medusa wig on.
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
I was like, that was so fun.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, and again, my whole thing, if you can't find it, make it.
Yeah.
That's just it. Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. It's so inspiring. So you've actually also brought in some more ways that we can kind of bring in an earthy aesthetic into our homes.
Absolutely, because when you bring in this earthy aesthetic, it's grounding, it's calming, and it's sort of, when you see all it put together, you just want to like exhale.
100%. It's a shoulder drop.
Yeah, shoulder drop.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So let's go through some of the things that I brought here.
Cool.
The first one, like these rugs and the soft things that I have on the floor here. Now, these rugs are all reclaimed kalims, which are fantastic. And I'm gonna say, take the runners off the floor, bring them on the table.
I love that.
You know what I mean? It's gonna bring the texture up.
Yeah.
And then, if you have like a hall table or something like that, again, it's just another way of adding some sort of pattern on top.
Yeah, I love that.
On the floor, we have two of the mats. Now, they could be their dog beds, or they could be cushions for the kids to sit and watch TV on.
I'm a floor sitter, so I would also be on these.
100%.
Yeah.
But look at the fantastic texture. Again, a lot of it's reclaimed. It's 100% wool, and it just brings that cozy, warm element into it.
I love this. And I do want to point out the actual dog bed situation with the little food situation.
Is that cool?
That is so cute.
It's so cute,
Yes.
yeah. Again, for your dogs, your dog needs to be grounded as well.
1000%.
Yeah. And these are all from Amavi Atelier, which I love, my favorite store in the city. And from there, then we can get into some other things like these clay urns.
Let's talk pottery, yeah, because you love pottery.
Love pottery. And again, this kind of stuff is great. Again, grounding, beautiful, and it adds that texture, adds also a sense of history. Some of the ones that we have here are either 50 to 200 years old.
Oh my gosh.
So they're kind of cool. And these would have originally been used for either water or wine.
Yeah.
The one you're touching there, that's 200 years old.
Oh my God.
I just love having this stuff in your house.
It's a time, it's a story. Exactly.
Yes,
it's lived
absolutely.
a life before it came to you. You're
Sure
just borrowing it.
Yeah,
for a time.
exactly.
I love
and it's
that.
going to keep going on.
Fantastic. Okay, moving on. Let's talk a little bit about wood.
With the wood, again,
Yeah.
you really want natural wood, and I'm saying unstained. So the one I have here up on the tabletop here, this is it's my fruit bowl at home.
This is amazing. What is this?
It's just a big log.
It's just a big log.
Big log.
I love this.
But instead of having like a white ceramic bowl on your table,
Yeah.
something interesting like this, it's cool, and again, it's grounding.
Yeah.
And it looks fantastic.
It also allows more airflow around your fruit, so less likely to get spoiled.
There we go.
Very
There's the
good.
tip.
There you
Perfect.
go.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then on the floor here, we've got this fantastic little bench here. This is from China. I like that you can see the rings, the things. It's aged. The pot beside it is, I've never seen it before. This is from Morocco, the brown pot. It's a 200-year-old, it's called ironwood.
Oh, wow.
And it's super cool. Again, just these really interesting aesthetics. I kind of thought, you know what? That at the front door as an umbrella stand would be super cool.
And also, it's ironwood. It is tough wood.
Ironwood.
It's in the name, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Yeah. And then even, Mary, over here as well, say in your kitchen, anchor something with a big wooden stump as I've done here. And then I brought in some of these artifacts, like the mortar and pestle here from Mexico.
This is beautiful.
This is volcanic stone, which is, I don't know if you could use it, but
I think you could. This would be a great
as
pestle
an
and mortar.
art piece, even, it's really cool.
Yeah.
So, and then over here, we've got another bowl. This is from Morocco. I just put a little ramekin that I found in your kitchen.
Nice. I was going to say, she looks familiar. Yeah.
Put some salt in it, and again, you're using it.
Yeah.
You know, and these little ones here, so this jar would have been for either honey or olive oil, because it's glazed. You could use it for some herbs. I don't know, whatever.
I love that.
But in the kitchen, this now has a really cute little story.
Yeah, I love that. You're actually using the things that you get when you travel, too.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Okay, finally, let's touch on plants, because we know, obviously, plants, if you want to bring nature in, that's an easy one.
Absolutely, yeah. And now we're saying, you know, I mean, like, so we're getting the bulbs and whatever from their big box stores. And when you plant them, don't just plant them in a regular container.
Yeah.
Plant them in clear glass.
Yeah.
Because again, we want the grounding, we want the soil, we want to see Mother Earth.
Yeah.
So, and when you group them together like this, it's sort of nice. You can start to see the little roots and whatever.
Yeah.
It just sort of, to me, we're that much closer to spring.
I agree. This is giving spring.
Yeah.
Hyacinths and daffodils. What a delight.
Smell it. Also, too quickly, if I could just
what's
say
going on here?
Quickly, I just got this little lamp from IKEA, and again, you know, maybe in the front entry and somewhere, have a nice Edison bulb.
Yeah.
And it's going to give that warm glow, like the warm glow
feel
you can
so-
feel. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is actually. It is.
It's a very flattering light.
But it is. But imagine this in your entryway when you come in.
Yeah.
It's already warm.
Cozy
it's
and
grounding.
warm.
It's cozy, and that's going to give you that aesthetic.
Stephen, I love this. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
That was
Thank you.
great. We got to take a break, and we'll be right back. That was so good. That was so good. Hosting your own wine tasting at home can be a great way to get your friends together. Here to help us pull it off is award-winning wine writer and sommelier, Natalie McLean. Hey, Natalie, how's it going? It's so good to see you.
You know, Mary, I always say a wine tasting is like a book club for people who didn't read the book.
Oh, okay,
But you
yes.
still get all the great conversation.
Yeah.
But the only homework is drinking wine.
I love this energy. This is very good. And you don't even have to go on the internet and be like, what was the plot synopsis?
Exactly. Yeah,
I like
wondering.
this. Okay, so I love that you compare them to those things, but you've got some tips. How do we kind of
Yes.
get started?
So the 5 S's make wine tasting easy peasy. You only need 3 bottles because you don't want to overwhelm your taste buds or your guests. So, Mary, we're going to do this together. We're going
Okay.
to start with this beautiful, refreshing white wine. It's a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc from Oyster Bay. It was named the best Sauvignon Blanc in the world, which is like winning the refreshment Olympics.
Oh, I love that. Yes, fantastic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the first thing we're going to do, the first S is C.
C.
So we're swirling. You often see people in a restaurant, you know, holding up their glass to the light. Looks
Yes.
very sophisticated.
It does. There's always like this looks like a white.
Right. Don't do that.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, don't do that at all. I set you up there. You know, all that'll tell you is how many colors from the restaurant wallpaper the wine can reflect.
Okay, right on.
Not very useful.
Not what we're doing, okay.
So what we want to do is put the glass over a white napkin.
Oh, okay.
Or a white counter. And basically for white wines, the darker the color, it maybe has some oak age or it's older. But this one, we already know, no oak, it's young and it's zesty.
I was going to say it's very, very light.
Pale, yes, exactly,
Yeah.
Great. Okay, step number 2,
Yes.
swirl.
Okay.
Now, if you want to do the training wheels version on the table until you're ready to lift off
Yeah.
in the air without sloshing it on your shirt.
I'm going to keep my training wheels on.
I was gonna say that's why we start with a white wine, wear dark shirts.
Smart.
But I've got your back and your front.
She's got me.
Okay.
She's got me. Okay.
All right. So then, because we want to lift the aromas out of the glass, we're gonna poke our beaks right in there for the third S. Sniff.
Ooh. Ooh, okay.
Ooh, isn't that good? All right, so now most people say, well, it just smells like wine to me, right? It's like, I don't know what's in there.
Yeah.
And I actually have one online course student who once said of an oaky Chardonnay, it smells like my son's gerbil cage.
Okay, interesting,
It's like,
interesting.
It was the wood chips in the cage she was getting from the oak aging.
Oh, interesting, the woodiness.
Yeah, exactly. So it's subjective. I'm getting lots of lime and grapefruit.
I was going to
All
say
right.
lime zest.
Oh, Mary.
Nailing it.
Oh,
Yes. Okay, cool. That's a thrill.
okay. So it's almost making your mouth water before you taste it.
It is.
The
I can
fourth
tell it's
S.
going to be back here.
There you go. All right, so give it a sip. I'm going to let you do that. And you will start to feel the little gushers alongside your mouth, right? This wine is literally whetting your appetite for food, isn't it good?
It's so good. It gets these like little the sour guys going off.
Oh my gosh.
That's fun.
Wow, I'm going to start drooling in a minute.
I was going to say.
All right, so the last step, the last S is savor. So you want to swallow. And then breathe out through your nose after you swallow. You just want to breathe, though. Don't send the wine back that way. That's very painful and embarrassing, twice at least. And the longer you can smell those aromas coming back to you, the better the wine. Because like most sensual pleasures in life, longer is better.
Oh, there you go. Yikesy, yikes,
So this wine leaves me longing for more. I'm still smelling that sort of that lime and that grapefruit.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's terrific wine.
It's really tasty. So what would you pair with this like really zippy white wine?
So we're going to keep the appetizers really simple, Mary, because A, we want this to be fun and easy, and two, we don't want to overwhelm the wine with the food, right? So these lemon goat cheese crackers are perfect for that. The cheese, yeah, they're gorgeous, aren't they?
Yeah.
The cheese is going to soften our perception of the acidity of the wine. The acidity in the wine is going to cut through that richness.
Oh, I love that. Perfect balance.
Yes.
Okay, moving on in our wine tasting. I love that we have the three different kind of main colors of wine. We're going to move on to a rosé.
Yes, a rosé. It's called Oh Goody, and I love that because it's how I feel when I'm drinking it.
Okay, sounds good.
This one's from Niagara. Go Canada.
Strawberry.
Isn't that strawberry?
Do you know what I get? I get, in particular, like, and I mean this in the best way, a frozen and then thawed strawberry.
Oh my gosh.
Like a jammy strawberry.
Mary.
Does that make sense?
So good.
Thank you so
my
much,
gosh.
Natalie.
Well,
Okay.
You're being deputized as a sommelier today.
Yes. Okay, cool.
You just passed. You didn't know this was a test. Okay, so anyway, it is subjective. Strawberry fields forever. Give it a sip. Beautiful on the palate. I think you're going to get more fresh berries coming through.
Ooh.
Oh, isn't that nice?
That's summery tasting.
Juicy, yes, exactly.
That's nice.
You know, beautiful color of optimism there in the glass. I just love that in summer.
It's fantastic. I was going to say, it does quickly go off the palate, but not in a way that you're like, you still want another sip.
Exactly.
Beautiful. What would you pair with this one?
I keep the pink theme going with these smoked salmon blinis.
Love this.
Again, you're going to cut the richness with the wine, and then we're going to come back and we're going to echo those strawberry notes also in the wine with the creme fraiche.
Beautiful. I love that. Okay, last but not least, we're building from like super light and zesty to like a bit of a punchy red. What are we doing here?
This is punchy.
Okay,
All
nice.
right.
Yeah.
We're big and bold with Pastelero del Diablo from Chile, which translates to the devil's cellar. The winemaker originally spread the rumor that the devil lived in his cellar to keep away thieves from stealing his best wine. You'll see why when we taste it, because someone on this planet buys a bottle of this every 20 seconds. It's so good. So you've got the deep colors. You've got those rich, dark berry aromas. Isn't that good?
That's nice.
So full-bodied, so smooth.
Very
right?
smooth.
Yeah.
Smoky almost, too.
Smoky and mocha. And all of that goodness coming back. And the finish, I think, is really long.
Yeah. I can feel it hanging out.
It's
like the party's still going.
It's moving in.
Yeah. All right, what would you pair with this?
So we've got some very simple chorizo sausages on a platter because you've got the smokiness of the meat, the spices are going to mingle with those bold fruit flavors. They're going to have a party in your mouth, or literally a carnival for your taste buds.
I love this, Natalie. Thank you so much. This is absolutely fantastic. Cheers to you. And cheers to you, studio audience, to help you host your own wine tasting at home. You're all going home with a bottle of this red wine. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. That was great. Thanks so much. Crave's new original crime drama series, The Borderline, follows a small-town cop who ventures beyond the line of duty to save a childhood friend. Take a look.
Got a call from a concerned citizen. Saw a guy rolling a body into the water from his boat.
Did you get a description?
The ID came back to a Thomas Hawley, low-level smuggler. Do you know him?
Long time, Hank.
The largest undefended border on the planet has some drawbacks.
Drugs, probably.
Sit.
You think you can just walk away with drug money and nobody's gonna come find you?
Did you catch the bad guys?
I always catch the bad guys.
Please welcome the stars of The Borderline, Stephen Amell and Hamza Haq. Woo! Hello, gentlemen. Hey, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for being here. Hey, Hamza, how's it going? It's so nice to see you. Come and see you. Okay, first off, what a thrilling little little preview that was.
Yeah.
I'm feeling really pumped.
It's a goodie.
It's a goodie. And yes, huge congratulations on the show, guys.
Thank you.
So exciting. Okay, so it looks like a real nail biter. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
You teed it up perfectly.
Okay, I'm feeling it.
I'm a small town cop that goes beyond the line of duty for a childhood friend.
You also memorized what I just said.
That was a really
awesome.
good description. I was just like, I haven't heard that one before.
Right?
We're using that the rest of the
There you
business
go.
for sure. Yeah.
What's mine is yours.
We have been tossing off the, tell us about the show. And I've been, go ahead, Hamza.
We've been giving each other the opportunity.
I like this.
I was standing backstage and I went,
Nailed
there
it.
it is.
There we go.
Okay.
Welcome to the good stuff, gentlemen. It's a good thing. Okay, now one thing about the series I think is really, really cool. It's set in the Thousand Island regions in Toronto, in Ontario. Not all the time do you shoot a show in the location that it's actually set.
Yes.
What was it like shooting in that region in Ontario?
I mean, going out to Gananoque was really extraordinary. It's a beautiful, small little town. Everyone was very welcoming. We stayed at this manor. I can't remember what it was called.
Sounds haunted.
It was like
It was haunted. I'm never going to stay there
It was
again.
just me running around the halls at night to scare everybody.
Nice.
No, it was really great.
That's awesome. Okay, Stephen, now when you first read the script for The Borderline, what was it that drew you to this role, to Henry?
I think principally for me, I really wanted to do, at a certain point in my career, I wanted to do a Canadian project.
Yeah.
With Canadian actors
Yeah.
and Canadian crew.
Love that.
And that, and I remember reading the first episode and going, am I the villain? which
that's
I like.
Kind of fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, very exciting. Now, Hamza, there's like an underlying theme, I think, throughout the whole series of friendship. You two, as we've said, childhood friends, your life took you in very different directions, but in this show, you've kind of been thrust back together. What was it like building that rapport between your characters, and how did you do that on and off screen?
Well, off screen, it didn't happen much. This guy had the busiest. no, honestly, he had the busiest schedule. He was preparing. We kind of got thrown into this, but the amazing thing is that I think what we share is this enthusiasm for acting and this enthusiasm for play.
Yeah.
And then when you get onto such a wonderful playground with somebody who's just down to go for it, it was effortless.
That's awesome.
And a love of professional wrestling.
Okay, yes.
That too.
This is the best.
Yeah,
because you have professionally wrestled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever professionally wrestled?
I did a thing for the Insane Wrestling Syndicate in Montreal in 2014.
Nice.
I did a promo as Dr. Zayn Bashir.
Ooh.
The first time I played Dr. Bashir.
No, you didn't.
I'm playing a Pakistani doctor who offers to do a surgical implant.
This is not true, is it?
It's true. I've got to
Amazing. So I grew up, I think I've told you this story. I grew up watching, my brother loved wrestling, and he broke this arm unintentionally doing the Walls of Jericho to his friends. How do you break an arm in the Walls of Jericho? It's impossible, but it happened.
But you sold it. That's what happened.
Right? It's a good thing. Okay, so you guys have such great chemistry. I do want to play a really quick game with you. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, we're gonna play a little bit of who's most likely. So first up, who's most likely to bust the bad guys in a real life situation?
This guy.
This guy?
This guy.
I mean, you do have more wrestling
Oh, I
experience.
don't think so.
Yeah.
Since I became a dad, I'm afraid of heights now. And
You're everything is a threat.
Can't fly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Okay, who is most likely to crack up during a serious scene?
Me.
I think we'll call it a tie.
Okay, cool.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. All right, who is the better cook, or who has the better snack preferences at Crafty?
He's way too healthy to be an authority on
Got
snacks.
it. Okay, cool. You're a snack man?
I'm a snack man.
Nice, that's my type of guy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Sorry.
Yeah. All right, last but not least, who secretly knows the most Taylor Swift songs?
It's not me.
Okay.
It's not me.
It's me.
No,
when I got my Spotify
no
Wrapped
offense, no
a
offense.
couple of years ago,
Yeah.
because I let my daughter listen to whatever she wants in the car, I was in the top 3% of Swifties.
Wow! That is impressive.
Did you go? Did you go to the Eras?
No.
Oh, I did. It was epic. It was sick.
Yeah, it was really
Played
good.
for a week here, right?
It was bananas.
Yeah.
It was multiple weekends.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're now talking about Taylor Swift. But I just have to say thank you both so much for being here. What an absolute. The Borderline is now streaming on Crave with new episodes dropping on Fridays. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. the Gen to visit some of the real-life filming locations from a little hockey show that some of you may have heard about. Check it out.
Heated Rivalry is one of the hottest shows on TV right now, and surprise, Hamilton, Ontario is playing on home ice. So today, we're gonna visit 3 locations where the chemistry really heats up.
Welcome to Relay. What can we get for you?
Oh, I am dying to try one of your Heated Rivalry specialty drinks.
We'll get that started right away.
Thanks. How are you enjoying all this attention and excitement?
Honestly, it kind of felt like it came out of the blue because originally we thought, oh yeah, we were a location for a Canadian TV series. Yeah. And then starting in December, the fans just went nuts.
And I'm pretty sure that I'm also standing in the exact spot where Scott walks up and then they have like the one-on-one exchange.
Their little flirty flirt. Yeah, that happens right here. We actually created a beverage. It's called the Extra Banana because everyone. Oh my
gosh! Yeah.
You've got to try it. You've got to try it. People were asking for the Blue Moon over Brooklyn smoothie, and so we thought, can we come up with kind of a banana coffee since we're a coffee shop?
I taste that extra banana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kip was right. Yeah.
It's really fun that you guys came from The Good Stuff because we have a bit of a connection to Mary. My husband, who's my partner in this business, was her grade 6 teacher.
Oh my gosh, that's so special.
Actually, a few years back when we started this cafe, we started doing all our own baking, and Mary offered to help us out with some recipes and things.
No way.
So our everything bagel biscuit that we have on today.
Oh my gosh, Mary's little fingerprints are all over this place.
So when people kind of come back, they Google review because of it. They're like, oh my goodness, those biscuits are to
I'm sure
die
Kip
for.
would love it too.
Yeah.
And Scott.
I'm sure Kip.
Yeah, we should add that into
That's
his
right.
like daily routine. This biscuit looks like it could be a scene stealer. Oh yeah, it is. Thank you so much for having me,
Thanks for
Rich.
coming, Samantha.
Oh my gosh, okay, so this isn't just any ordinary booth.
This is the booth, so you're sitting right where Shane sat, and
But
I'm
not
sitting where Rose sat.
And not where they broke up, right?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
This is the good booth. Yeah.
Good vibes.
Yeah. We've always been like an industry favorite in Hamilton, so to have like a new clientele coming that maybe didn't see the restaurant or know of the restaurant previously and like come for a drink, maybe one of our Heated Rivalry cocktails and be able to stay for the food and kind of experience everything that we have to offer. It's been really exciting.
Okay, and so what cocktail do I have here?
So you are drinking the Tall Dark and Hollander, which is a play on a dark and stormy. This one here is the Meet Me at the Cottage, which is a riff on an espresso martini.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Shane might have melted my heart, but this is like melting me inside so much. Oh my goodness. Wow, I cannot believe this is where Shane and his parents were in episodes 1 and 4.
We are sitting in the exact spot.
How has Ciao Bella been celebrating the success of Heated Rivalry?
We celebrate our successes every day. We are now getting out of province reservations, which is so lovely and so exciting.
And then what about the food? Because this is smelling so good.
The pasta here is called our Rosé Nove, and our pizza feature is called the Split Decision.
Gosh, wait, that's kind of like the side of Ilya and of Shane.
100%.
Cheers.
Cheers, Sam.
Oh my gosh, that cheese and that sauce, amazing. And I hear that you have specialized cocktails too, and this one in front of us is the rookie season.
It features amaretto, chambord, and also pomegranate cherry juice.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Oh, that is definitely Ilya and Shane coated.
100%.
Today has been a perfect hat trick, and Mary, next time that you're in Hamilton, you have to come and eat with me at all these beautiful places.
Thanks so much, Sam. That is our show for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for more of the good stuff.